Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's been a minute, man. But we back again, episode 3. This topic is gonna be social media. You already met my man Mike, but you can introduce himself again if you want. So go for it.
What's up? How you doing? My name is Mike. I'm from the Bronx again.
And my lovely lady to the left.
Hey y'all, my name is Lainey, Shalane, whichever. I'm from the Bronx as well.
All right, so let's have some fun. So like I said, topic is social media. So let's just start it off with social media's been around for a minute, right? Like
Definitely.
I remember social media when I was in like middle school. So like the first thing I think I got into was, I don't know if you can count AOL, AIM.
I mean, I guess. It was
I
like
guess.
a messenger thing, right?
Yeah, it's either that or
count that?
MySpace. That's kind of where I got started. So
I
like,
feel like AOL counts.
okay, so
It's kind
I'll
of like
say
a BBM. Remember BBM too? It's kind of like that same.
yeah. So it's like, I don't know, but I would say MySpace just
Yeah.
because it's an actual site and all that
Social.
good shit. So where would you say you guys started when it came to social media?
Probably the same for me personally was MySpace. I remember though my sisters having y'all remember Skonex?
Yeah,
I remember my older sisters having Skonex
I was
and
too young for that.
Facts. So for me,
Yeah.
I definitely started on MySpace, but I do remember like Skonex though.
Yeah,
but,
Skonex was that X-rated shit.
yeah, right. It was a
couldn't-
little much.
But I mean, I would say I started on MySpace as well, but I was
Mm-hmm.
very familiar with ScoreNext.
Facts.
Yeah, so like you guys remember what was that, top 5, like your top 5 favorite friends or whatever
Yeah,
on
like-
MySpace?
Damn, it was only 5?
I think you could like edit it every now and again, but I knew it started off with 5 and then eventually became like 8,
10, right? I think it ended up being like at least 10.
Yeah, so like people be tight, like why am I not in your top 10? I'm like, cause I don't fuck with you.
They took that personal. They took
Yeah,
that very
they really-
personally.
yeah. But yeah, I tried to log into my MySpace not too long ago. I don't remember anything, my password, none of that.
What you think it would really still work?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Are there still people that actually use MySpace?
Yeah, no, I don't know if they still use it, but I've seen someone log into it. I'm just like, how do you still remember it? And it still looks like Facebook now, low key.
Oh.
So it's just
so
like,
sure.
okay, that's different. So yeah, speaking of Facebook, so like we've noticed like throughout the years, social media has kind of changed with time. It went from like AIM to BBM to like Facebook to now Instagram, Twitter. TikTok is popping right now, so it's like, how do you guys keep track of like how it's been evolving over time?
Not everything, but like Instagram specifically, like it's funny to look back at like screenshots and stuff and see like the different layout of what Instagram
Right,
used to
right.
look like. It's like, damn, I've been on Instagram for a minute. Like
That's what I'm saying.
at least 800 upgrades at this
At
point.
least.
Like, but Instagram, I would say definitely like the evolution of that I've paid attention to. But like, I don't really use Facebook like that, which is weird because I have it, but I just don't use it. But like, yeah, I mean, not everything, but particularly Instagram, I pay attention to. It's
Right.
interesting to see.
No, yeah, for sure. I remember like Instagram, it used to have that white background, mad plain or whatever. Now all of a sudden it's like mad fancy looking and mad dope or
Right.
whatever. What about you? Have you noticed anything?
I mean, throughout the changes, I mean, with social media itself, coming from MySpace to Facebook, to even Tumblr,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Forgot about
seeing
that.
seeing that whole upgrade, and now seeing TikTok #1, how it really changed from social media being the way to get out in a way, or like to show yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Social media can be a very, very powerful thing.
Definitely.
But also like since we're just, I guess we're still in the pandemic, but trying to get over it or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of people find a way to kind of like make money on social media, whether it be
Definitely.
monetizing their skills or finding out they have skills and making money off it. So like, how do you guys feel about people doing that? Like, do you have any issues? 'Cause I know people tend to be like, why would you do that? Or like, how could you do such a thing? It's just like,
No.
why not?
I mean, I ain't no hater. Get your bag how you get your bag. Like, if you got this time and the skill and you feel me, like, you know what to do to make your money through Instagram, do what you gotta do.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it just doesn't work for everybody. I think that's the people that be mad. It's like,
Yeah.
they can't make it work for them. So it's like, damn, how you doing this? And
Exactly.
But honestly, I feel like that's really like, that says a lot about the person because it does take a lot. So I feel like get your followers up, have content, like continuous content. Like that's not easy. Like
Nah, yeah.
people always say, "Oh, you're just making money on Instagram," but honestly, it takes a lot to get your following to where it is to make money. Like you don't just make money for having mad followers. Like it's a lot that goes
yeah,
into it.
it's
So
a process.
get your bag how you get your bag.
Takes
Like
time and a
facts.
grind,
That's what
honestly.
I'm saying. It takes time, effort, and like you said, you need a good fan base. Like
Exactly.
if you're putting out shit nobody cares about, then you're not getting
It does nothing for you.
Yeah.
Nothing for you.
So like I remember I had either I read something or I saw a video where this kid became famous playing a video. I think it was playing Fortnite or whatever.
Probably.
He got popping or whatever, and like somebody's parents seen that and like forced their kid to play TikTok on social media to try to get popping. It didn't work out, of course, but it's just like stuff like that is like a little like excessive, and it's just like kids are kids at the end of the day, right? So it's just like with that being said, like normally, or at least normally now I see a lot of kids younger getting into social media, like I'm like 7, 5, 10, like. I guess I don't really have an issue with it. It's just depending on like what they're doing on social media.
Agreed.
So it's like what would be your take on that though?
I mean, like, so I have nieces that are all into TikTok. They do little TikTok dances or whatever. So I feel like as long as I feel like it's a lot on the parent as well to make sure like what they're doing on social media is kid friendly, because it's an easy way to go from kid friendly to you all into stuff that has nothing to do with you as a little girl. Like, definitely. So I feel like as long as the kid is, you know, not getting into the wrong stuff or using it for productive reasons, like just fun, whatever, I think it's not the worst thing, but I do think it's easy for that to turn bad, like for most kids. So I just think it's tough, but I feel like parents really got to police that. If they're going to allow their kids, you know, on social media doing whatever, like you have to be on top of them to make sure it's just kid friendly that they're getting into. So I mean, like, teach his own though.
Yeah, it's tough though because social media is very open.
Stupid. It's hard to filter it.
It is.
It's very hard to filter.
I don't think there is a
especially
filter.
for kids.
Yeah,
that's true.
So it's like I remember, like speaking on AIM again. Like you remember, I don't know if you guys remember like chat rooms in AIM. Yeah. So like you could be talking to anybody.
Literally,
they'd be like, "Nah, I'm 10, I'm 9." Like, no, it's a whole 45-year-old nigga just trying to talk to you. So it's just like, filtering out social media for kids nowadays is damn near impossible because it's like. I have no idea what they got going on or whatever. Yeah, so like also with the pandemic, I feel like a lot of creative work came out. Like I noticed a lot of people working on like their craft and getting better, and they're showing off skills that they didn't know they had. Like me, like this podcast came out of the pandemic, so it's just like, did you guys see anything change within yourselves during the pandemic, social media wise?
I would say me personally, I started a business doing drinks or whatever, so like I learned like, and that's why I said it's so hard to continue with content because it takes up a lot of your time. You have to like learn how to do these little effects, and so it is a lot. So I learned for myself how to, I guess, be more dedicated to it. Like having a business page is not like having a personal page. You kind of just forget about it when you feel like it. You feel me? That's not the case when you have a business page.
Exactly.
So more, I guess, like dedication to keeping up with different things and new stuff. Cause I have no idea how to work TikTok. Like I made my first TikTok last week because I don't know what I'm doing. So it's just like, for me, just keeping up with certain stuff is, I guess, something that came out of the pandemic for me. Cause I was content with just using Instagram, you know, leisurely.
Right.
But not anymore. So I think just growing with the technology, honestly.
Yeah, for
sure. I actually took a break from social media, from Instagram for about like a year, and it really showed me that it's really just the app, and it's just how you use it.
Facts.
Right.
It could either be business or a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because there's some that really show their lifestyle, even go out and travel, like give other people a view or like a certain experience. So that's why I actually discovered photography for myself. So I started getting into photography. I wanted to like go to Utah, which is what I did. Definitely take some pictures out there. It was very great. To really get to know myself. Yeah. And really realize what I really want or what I really like to do.
That's dope. So do you only do like portraits? I'm sorry, this kind of off topic.
Right now I'm doing landscape.
Okay.
So I'm learning how to do portrait right now. So I definitely need the models and exercise.
Yeah.
That's dope.
For sure. Definitely. I feel like that's definitely a positive of the pandemic. It like, I don't say it forced people, but it did.
Kinda. I was about to say kinda.
It kind of forced people to like get up and do stuff, like because like being home 24/7 with nothing to do, you just naturally be like, all right, I need to do something. So like you got the photography, you got the business, podcast, like it's good because I feel like it gets those juices flowing, and like who knows what it can become eventually if you keep, like you said, put the effort in, put the time in. You took a whole trip out to another state just to like work on your craft. So like I feel like it's important, and that's the one thing I guess I could be grateful for this whole pandemic was that it forced me to do something out of my comfort zone. So going back to social media, I've been running into this thing a lot lately where it's been like really pissing me off. Have you noticed like social media scams?
Yes.
Where it's like, okay, so I'll give you one perfect example. So I was looking for a puppy, right? Before I got my one now. I was looking for a French bulldog, and I ran into a lot of pages that said they sold puppies, right? So like, I'm like, okay, cool. Let me get a picture of the pup. Just send you a picture. Just send your website, all that. I need the bread before you can see the puppy. I'm like,
What?
like wait, what? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right. So the puppy, let's say it was like, I think it was like 2,500, right? They're like, I need like 20% down. I'm like, can I see the puppy? Can I get a video? Can I like
dog?
something? They're like, no, whatever. And then another thing, like as you get further on in it, they're like, yeah, we'll ship it out to you. I'm like, where are y'all? Like,
What?
oh, we're like in them. They'll give you like a random ass state, and like they'll fly it out for you. They'll like pay for all that shit, and like you'll get it at the airport. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that.
Right.
That sounds a little too far fetched. That's like just one example, but there's so many examples.
Definitely.
Like, it's getting to the point where it's kind of hard to tell when it's a scam now because they're getting really good at it. Have you guys ever got scammed on social media or like ran into one?
I feel like I've probably run into one, but I've never actually like gone. I'm normally a skeptic, so I'm kind of like anything that just seems too good to be true. It's like, nah, I'm good.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
And I might miss out on opportunities like that, but it's also like I'm not gonna get. You feel me? I'm not gonna get got either. So,
Right.
I like for my business, same thing. People will write like, oh, like for promotion stuff, and send this and we'll promote your business, and it just seems like $5 will get me promoted to 1,000+ people.
Yeah.
It just seems like I can do that on my own. Thank you. Like I'll keep
sketchy.
very
Super
sketchy, and
sketchy.
like,
It's like,
not necessarily the 5 and 1,000, but like it just didn't seem right.
Yeah,
So it's like,
you said, too good to be true.
nah,
Different types of
exactly.
scams like that.
They are, but they all kind of revolve around getting bread from you without getting the service first.
Pretty much.
I'm not even gonna
Yeah.
lie. Like sometimes I be getting the sugar mommy quotes.
Yo,
Yo,
yes.
I've been getting a lot of those
Yes.
when I started my Twitter. Like they be in my inbox like, hey, I'll pay you $5,000 a month just to be. I'm like,
Right.
Good
Yo.
at that sound.
It's like, I don't need no sugar.
I'm
You
like-
know you want sugar, bro.
It
You want
sounds
my
good,
bro-
but it's just like,
what?
I got enough sugar. I'm straight.
Thank
Like,
you. I'm good.
But it's just like it's mad random. So it's like I be wondering like, are these actual people or like are they bots that people kind of set up to just attack new users or whatever like that?
Oh, no. I don't
Like-
even know how bots really work, honestly.
I don't really know either. Like I had like 20 followers on Twitter for like a month, and then I just started wilding. Now I got like 900 or something, and like ever since then, I've been getting a lot of like random ass like, hey, you need a sugar mama? You need a sugar mama? You want to be 4X? You want to? I'm like, yo, where y'all coming from?
Right, like how'd y'all even find
Y'all
it,
wasn't
bro?
bothering me when I had 10 followers. Like, leave me alone. Like,
Like
I
who
don't.
sent y'all?
I don't.
Who sent y'all, bro?
4X ones. I got a lot of
Not
those.
that.
I
Got
got
it.
a lot of those. I remember Uber driver tried to get me on 4X. I'm like, first of all,
Like while you're in the Uber?
yeah. Before he let me out, he was
What
like,
a
yeah.
sale.
Yeah.
Right.
He said, before I was trying to get out, I felt like the door was locked. I'm like, yo, bro, can I get out? He's like, yeah, let me tell you something real quick. I'm like,
What?
first of all, let me get out,
Wait.
bro.
That seems mad weird, bro. Like you gonna kidnap me, bro?
Held
What's
you
up with you?
hostage for a four.
For like 10 minutes, he's like, listen, man, this is what I got going on. Like, he showed me his Facebook page and all
Bro,
that.
can I just go? Like,
I'm
what
like,
the
yo,
hell?
I'm like, I live right there, my man. Like, I just want to go home. I played it cool though. I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah, I'll hit you for sure. Like,
That's crazy.
he gave me a card and everything. I'm like, nah, bro, I gotta pee. Like, I gotta go.
But like what?
They be wild.
Nah, people
but
are
I
crazy.
respect the hustle though. That was in person.
I mean,
but
that's a
a
little more like kidnapping than hustle. Like
if he drove off, then we would have had a problem.
Nah, for sure.
I would have broke the window or something. But but he was
for sure.
he was wilding. So yeah, we talked about Facebook, Instagram. Those are some of the social medias I'm using. Spoke on Twitter. I try to use TikTok. It's a little hard, not gonna lie. Are you guys using anything? Oh, Snapchat also. Some kind of. That was more like a college thing.
Yeah, facts. Same.
Yeah, it was lit back then.
I feel like after I came home, I never like even used Snapchat again for some reason.
Yeah, I still have it, but it's like it's just there to be there.
Yeah.
Like, don't
I
really
have it
use
because I like to look at the memories because they have like
Yeah,
the
exactly.
5 years ago, all that. So I
Yeah.
like to look at the memories. So I just
Facebook
stay
does that
signed
too,
in.
though.
Yeah,
Some-
It's crazy though.
kinda.
I don't even go on
barely be
Facebook.
on Facebook.
Yeah, like
Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah, Facebook is like for old niggas now.
I feel that. I feel that way.
Yeah.
I ain't want to be the one to say it.
And it's like it's more for like I use it for birthdays. Like when people's
Yes.
birthdays pop up, that's when I'm on Facebook the most. But other than that, I might post a few things here or there, maybe like podcast stuff or like if I got a birthday or I don't know. But
Like
like
pop out every 7 months.
7 months.
yeah, you know, like a
Nah.
deadbeat dad, just pull up.
Yeah,
every
you
now
know.
and again.
Say what's up. Get a
Yeah,
candy
like
dip.
nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
Get wild with it.
So you mentioned something. You said memories, right?
Yes.
Like Snapchat does that a lot. They'll give you like, hey, on this date 5 years ago or whatever, whatever. Do any of you guys remember like a favorite moment you had using social media?
I don't know.
I mean, with Snapchat, honestly, like to like really create those memories,
That makes sense.
you know, and to like really look back on them and like really see how much you've grown or what you've been through. you
Yeah.
know?
True.
I agree with that.
So, yeah, I think to piggyback on that, it's basically the same thing. Like 5 years ago, you were doing this. 5 years ago today, I'm doing this now. So it's like you see the growth, I guess, is one good way of looking at it. I think a lot of my favorite memories were like in college. So like just being out at bars,
Right.
just doing dumb shit or yeah, just doing dumb shit. Pretty much. That's all I can think of. Is just like experiencing life. And I feel like a lot of the memories you do have off of social media they don't capture the full picture because it's so short. So like a lot of those moments where it's just like, yeah, I had a good time, but it's just like, okay, I showed this quick 10-second video, but my whole night was lit. My whole night was a vibe. You just caught a glimpse of it or whatever. But yeah, I mean I guess that's what social media is for. It's just for like glimpses and seconds and memories. But yeah, especially Snapchat. That's what that shit is for.
I
Nah,
mean,
facts.
a picture could say 1,000 words, you know?
It
Definitely.
can.
To
It
certain-
definitely
certain
can.
people.
It depends too. Like you saw on certain people. Like if I show you if I show the same picture to 6 different people, they're all gonna tell me 6 different things. Hopefully. So it depends on perspective or whatever. But so speaking on the whole chat room with the aim thing that we said earlier, anybody been catfished before?
Nah, I haven't.
No.
Many times.
No, I haven't. I haven't.
You are lucky.
I'm lucky. You been catfish?
Have I been catfished? I've been semi-catfished.
What
Actually,
does that mean?
So,
Like, what's semi? What's the half part of it? Like,
I kind
Got
of
catfish or not, bro?
right? Feel me? Like, it's like a yes or no.
I knew it, but I didn't. If that makes sense. So it's like I was talking to this girl at one point. She had showed me a picture of what she looks like, but I wasn't sure that was her. But then I knew it was her. If that makes sense. So like we finally met in person. I'm just like, oh, you do look like that. Okay.
So you were a skeptic,
I'm always skeptical,
as you should be.
especially when
People are
especially when it comes to social media, and especially when it comes to meeting people on social media.
Definitely.
So yeah, and another example I guess would be like way back in the day was like when AIM was popping. There was this girl I was talking to for like fucking forever. I feel like, and we just never met. So I'm just like, this is a dude. Like, it's a nigga. Like there's
That's
no
the only
way.
logical
There's
explanation.
no way I haven't met you. And we've been talking for like 3, 4, 5 months.
Nah.
Eventually,
There's no way.
I dubbed it, but my man was like, "Yo, like I met her in Manhattan." I'm like, "What you mean? Like I haven't seen this girl
That's
since I
tough.
talked to her."
And how long did it take him to meet her?
Not long, because he was
Yeah,
on.
she's playing.
He was on a school trip, and I guess their schools happened to be in the same area at the same time. I'm just like, but you could do that, but you know what?
Right.
It's alright.
Right. Either way, it's like she was playing.
My feelings were hurt. I ain't gonna lie.
Aw.
It's
It's okay. You live and you learn.
Listen, you live and you learn. So
It happened.
Definitely.
you said you've been a few times, so I kind of want to know what's going on over there.
Definitely a few times. I mean, it's just a regular old, using someone else's picture.
Girls
Or,
are shiesty.
That's very shiesty.
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 Yeah,
It's
it's.
terrible.
I need a story though.
You ain't shit.
You definitely need a story. I mean,
Just one.
Like, I need a little more detail.
Just a sprinkle.
it was one time during high school. I think what was popping around then? Kick. I think Kick was popping around. And every time you go on social media, you ask random people for kicks and everything like that, or you ask good morning, what you doing?
Right.
Then you end up getting random people following you.
Okay.
So I ended up got someone random following me, and it happened to be, someone my age, cool, young, well, from the picture she used, Hispanic and everything like that. So when I go and meet up with her, she's a totally different person.
Was she ugly?
She was very ugly.
Oh. So how did you react?
I mean, I just said why, and then we had a conversation about what.
He said that with no hesitation.
He
though.
was
He's
very
like,
ugly.
She's
Right.
She's very ugly.
I'm sorry.
No, I
but,
mean,
you know,
honesty is respected.
Respectfully, you know.
Right.
why lie?
No,
That's what I hate about catfish. That world is just.
Did they have a legit reason at least?
No.
No legit. It's never a legit reason.
It's
never a legit reason.
It's never on some like, you know what? I didn't know how to talk to you or whatever. Like,
But even that, it's like, what would compel you to lie this long though? Like, at some point, bro, fess up. Be honest. Like,
you would think so, but it's just like you're so comfortable in the lie, you just keep
That's
going with
sick.
it.
But
That is sick.
But
but it brings you back to social media, where it's like they get inspired by like other females and they want to be like those females, and they rather
I feel that.
live their lifestyle.
I mean, you gotta look like them though. And just want
I
the
mean-
lifestyle. You gotta live the life too. Like,
I mean, just a smidge. Like if you look kind of similar, then it's just like, okay, cool. Like I understand. Like it makes sense. All right. So welcome to the couch.
Oh no.
How's it going?
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Just make sure that mic is in your face.
Okay.
I don't know if that is it on and stuff. All right,
It's on?
all right.
All right.
So yeah, just quick about yourself since you're fashionably late and shit.
And fortunately, I was picking up my niece
Gotcha.
in Jersey. So I'm gonna be playing auntie duties this week.
oh,
Okay,
that's
gotcha.
exciting.
Yes, but however, my name is Temp. I'm an artist. I'm from the Bronx, New York. Right. I just. What do you want me to?
Listen, that's it.
Tell
Just-
you,
I ain't do much
it's-
more than that.
It's
That's
not much
it.
more.
It's like who just on the couch, and that's it. Like,
All right.
so we're just gonna give you like a quick social media question just because you're here. What's the first social media that you was on? Do you remember?
MySpace.
So we all in that same era.
Yeah, that's good. Nobody too old in here.
Right.
Yeah. So just pretty much to pick off where we left off, we was talking about being catfished.
Wow.
I feel like you got something to say about that.
Oh man.
You ever catfish
Memories.
somebody?
Have I catfished somebody?
Not
Anybody?
Me. I never catfished nobody.
I
Nah,
did
me
it
neither.
unintentionally.
How did that?
Unintentionally. How
What?
is that possible?
I didn't even
What?
know. All right, this is what happened. So I don't know.
Right. Like now we need a story.
I know
Know the
it.
pain, so you
I didn't do it on
decide to
purpose
get
though.
the pain.
I didn't do it on purpose. It's
All
the
right,
thing.
we need a story
So
now. Now we need a
do
story.
you guys remember IMVU, the little app?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
I'm
The
I
little
made,
like avatar. joint,
exactly.
right?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
So I made a character, right?
I think that was like one of the first ones.
yeah.
Besides Sims.
Exactly.
Facts.
So I made a character. I didn't model him after me or nothing. I just made a black dude that looked good. Whatever, right? I didn't say this was me.
Okay.
This is my character. Some random ass girl hit me up like, "Oh my god, you're so cute." Nah, I'm just like, okay, like I'm not gonna say no. Like I'm like,
Right.
what? I'm like, what? 10, 12, whatever. How old I was. I'm just like, oh, a girl wants to talk to me. Cool. Like I'm not
I'm
gonna
going
tell.
for it.
So yeah, so whatever. We chatted for a minute or whatever, and I told her at some point, I'm like, I don't look like this, right? This is not me. This is just a representation of whatever the fuck you think this is.
Right.
And she's like, oh, that's fine. Like I believe you, whatever. I'm like, okay. So eventually, we get to the point where we show pictures of each other, right? She sees me, I see her, and then that's it. I never hear from her again. I'm just like, I told you I don't look like
I
that.
said you didn't believe me. That's the problem.
Was there like no conversation in between? It was just like blank stares and then that's it.
No, it was on. No, we sent like it wasn't like a video or nothing. It's just like, hey, I want to see what you look like. No, I got nothing to hide.
Oh wow.
This-
Sent the pic. She sent the
Yeah,
pic, and
just-
then that was it.
And that was it. Like I couldn't find her on the shit no more. I'm just
Wow.
like, damn, they moved out the app or something. Like
I didn't even know ghost was a thing back then, but
it
that kind of
was a
sounded like you
thing.
got
I was
ghosted.
just like, my feelings were hurt too. Again, I'm just like I'm not it. Like what's going on? Like,
crazy.
but I found like 2 girls after that, so it was cool.
Fuck it. You good.
Shit, that's
But
what matters.
yeah, so yeah, it was unintentional. I didn't mean it. But
Okay, that makes sense. I get that. That makes sense.
yeah. All right. So another thing, tomorrow is an important date for me. I guess the world. It's World National Mental Health Day. So in honor of that, this question is regarding that. So social media is a big thing in our world today, but also so is mental health, right?
Absolutely.
So how do you guys feel like mental health and social media kind of interact, if at all?
Like negatively or positively?
In any way you feel. In any way that you feel.
I would say negatively, it has so many, like, so much comes from social media because, like you said earlier, like you see these girls and they live these certain lives and you want to live that life too. And I feel like that just gives these unrealistic goals for some people. And when you can't maintain these goals or reach these goals, it's like, well, damn, like now you feel away. And I feel like that plays a big part on people's mental, like daily. And you might not even realize it, but like, if you're going to be something and you can't achieve that, it's like, well, damn, like now you just feel like you're nothing. You get what I'm saying? So like, I feel like negatively, there's a lot that social media impacts your mental.
For sure.
I feel like a lot of people are now starting to talk about it more in a positive way. So I feel like that is a positive aspect of it. Like there's a lot of outlets for it now. There's a lot of pages you could go to, even like a lot of hashtags you could click on. There's a lot of like resources and stuff. So I feel like that positively is like impacting mental health and stuff.
Definitely.
I feel like you can't just like kick somebody down when they're already there.
Fact.
You understand? Like, and that's what you would come across. Ironically, when you're like scrolling on your news feed, or you just happen to go into, let's say hypothetically speaking, you want to go on YouTube, a sad song comes up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they all like regulate and like put everything together as to what they think you might like. You know,
the algorithm.
Yes, exactly.
The algorithm.
Suggestions and then stuff that you be looking at it like, really?
That should be bugging me the fuck out, though.
Definitely.
Like I'll be like chilling and like I'll be looking at sneakers, right? And I'll go on Instagram. Oh, you want some Jordan 5s? I'm like,
have you ever like talked about something like out loud and then that tweets
I'm like,
you
yo,
out?
like,
Like,
it's bots in the sky.
it's like, yo, y'all listening for real? Y'all really on my phone listening?
No, that should be tripping me out.
Nah, facts.
I would say that it depends on the person using of the social media.
Right.
You could say, because ego could really get in the way. You know, even someone's pride. But you know, with kids itself, it can really make a positive impact or a negative impact depending on the kid, depending on what he's watching, on the lifestyle he wants or the lifestyle he wants to like achieve. You know, like reels, TikToks, like what you said is very hard to be on top of your kids.
Exactly.
So like to even like have a kid mentality and seeing stuff on TikTok, the negative stuff on what it really impacts you. So yeah, I mean, as an adult as well,
Definitely.
you can really take social media very seriously.
Yo, yeah. People take it to heart.
People take it to heart.
Definitely.
That was very well said.
Like, you know,
And that's one of the cons about it, because especially as a child, you know, especially if you don't catch it early onset, whereas like your child is like 4 or 5 years old, they're already on iPads.
That's
maybe
true.
at 2.
Yeah.
That's
you
true.
know, because some 2-year-olds are more advanced than others. Right. So they know how to operate these devices, and that's all they're worried about.
That's very true.
You know, a parent, like I work doing domestic violence counseling. So when I'm meeting with the parents, right, male or female, and they bring their children along, the kids are like quickly running to their parents to grab their phones.
Grab the tablet.
Sometimes they come with tablets because they know that's the only way that their child are gonna be able to
just sit there.
Exactly.
It's crazy though. But so with that, like, has social media impacted any of you guys' like mental health? Have you felt like a dip in how you've been feeling because of social media?
Not lately, and not like for a personal reason, but like I said, you know, I started my business, and like initially I didn't. Not that I expected like, you know, mad support and to blow up and nothing, because you know no one expects that right off the bat. But it's like I realized that like even certain people that I was close to that I did expect like their support was like, well, damn, like I'm begging at this point. You feel me? Like for your support, for your help. So like it was just like, you know, I stopped for a minute. Like I wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't posting nothing. It was just like. So I feel like that kind of took a toll on my mental, and I just had to get to a point and realize like there are gonna be strangers who gonna support you, like people you don't know gonna support you, gonna feel what you got going on.
Yeah, those will be your biggest supporters too.
Facts, definitely, definitely. So I just had to like come to that realization for myself. Like you can't let that impact you so much that you're not even trying anymore. Because it got to that point where I just stopped trying. So definitely, like, you know, you expect certain things. Or like social media, you hope for likes and follows and reposts and sometimes you don't get it. It sucks.
Yeah,
like it ain't all
for
that. You feel me?
sure.
So especially like when you're pouring your all into something, like, and you believe in yourself and you believe in this, and then like your closest people won't support that. So
Right.
that did take a
So,
toll on me.
I got a question for that. So, like, let's say you are doing something, right? But you're not doing that at 100%. You're doing that at, like, 75
Right.
or whatever, and you don't get the attention that you want. Can you still really be mad at that? Because you're not really putting your all into it yet.
Nah.
Nah, I mean you shouldn't. People probably still will take that personally, but you shouldn't. But like,
I think
like-
yes and no. I'm
That's what
sorry.
I'm saying,
I have
like,
to
you-
interject
yeah.
because I took a mental health first aid course,
Okay.
right? Just recently. And when you notice or suspect that a friend of yours or somebody that you know is close to you is doing things differently, whereas like they're not doing the things that they normally do, and they're more distant, then obviously somebody should take an approach and speak to that person because you never know.
That's true.
And that's why they say like people usually support people who are already on as opposed to their own friends,
Right,
which
right.
is actually a meme that I seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
Just
seen that.
last night,
Yeah.
stating this, right? Ironically, so that's usually how it goes. And however, it should really be the person approaching that person who's actually doing
Definitely.
something, and then they notice that
Agreed.
they're not, because you don't know what's holding them back
Right.
from giving that 110%.
That's true.
That's true.
You dig? So like I think that's like me with my music. People don't take me serious because I'm not putting out visuals right now. There's a reason behind that, right? However, I don't feel like I'm obligated to disclose as to why I don't
Right.
want
You're
to
not.
do it right now.
Yeah,
You know,
so it's like-
but they won't understand that.
Yeah.
You know,
I
so
get that. So yeah, everything has a reason. Like
Definitely.
if what you don't do to the public eye doesn't make sense, if it makes sense to you, who cares?
Exactly.
At the end of the day. So it's just like with this whole this podcast thing, right? I didn't know if I was gonna do it, if it was gonna become something I do regularly or whatever. People were on some like, yeah, I guess you could do it if you want or whatever, but it's just like I kind of want to do it. I don't know where it's gonna go. I'm gonna have fun with it. That's the whole point for me.
Exactly.
So it's just like all y'all people who are on some like, yeah, don't do it. I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe you could have like. I don't really care about that. Like if it's something I
shouldn't.
feel that I know makes sense to me, whatever you got to say don't matter to me at the end of the day, and that's something I feel like social media can low key take away from somebody, where it's just like you feel like you'll go on social media or whatever and you see, I feel fake flaws. A lot of shit you see on it's not real. Like a lot of people like they want to parade these great ass relationships or they got all this bread. Most of the shit is rented anyway, and like all this like dope shit, and you're just sitting in the crib like, damn, why can't that be me? But it's just like you have something you could also give to the world. It might not be popping on social media, but in your inner
it's something.
circle or to you yourself, it's dope. It's gold. Just live off that. Do that. And a lot of people don't do that because they're so worried about I don't get enough likes or enough views on something, so it's not valid. It's not true. It's valid to you.
Very.
At the end of the day,
It's a lack of understanding.
it is like I understand. And I
Like,
mean,
everybody not gonna feel what you put out. You know what I mean? But as
Yeah.
long as you know like what you're doing is what you really enjoy, then I feel like that's what matters most. And you're doing your best. I
Yeah.
think that's what matters.
and I don't know where that self confidence comes from. Honestly, I don't know if that's like a thing within everybody or if it's like in their upbringing or whatever. But a lot of people let social media like dictate their lives a lot.
This is true.
Definitely.
Like I've noticed, like kids would just be outside, just doing shit for social media.
Literally.
And it's just
TikTok.
like
TikTok all day.
and it's just like bro,
All
like,
day.
go
That's a
read a
new
book or
thing.
something. Like
Like, go do something productive.
go
with
do
your time.
something else. Like all right, and then they get mad when they don't get the likes they're looking for. It's
And
just
that's
like,
what I was saying as far as like
Yeah.
that takes a toll on your mental. Because even as a little kid, like especially as a little kid, I feel like you're not realizing that likes aren't everything. When they're growing up in that time in that era where TikTok is everything, like that really could take a toll on a kid's mental. Where you doing all of this, like you said, outside all day TikToking and then don't
Yeah.
get no likes.
That's what I'm
Come on,
saying.
that would ruin their day.
Yeah.
And that could really take a toll on them.
Yeah, so speaking to that, we had something that happened I don't know if it was a couple days ago. We had like a social media blackout low-key
Oh yeah,
with Facebook and Instagram. People were wilding.
losing it.
Losing their fucking
Losing
minds. So like I thought of something. I'm like, yo, what if all social media just had a blackout for like a month? Oh, what? How you
Fun.
you be fine. I'll probably be fine. But how you think as a whole, what do you think would be like life like?
People would lose their shit. People would lose their shit.
You know, I think I would say that I'll lose my shit.
And you know
And I'll
what's
be
crazy? I was
honest.
gonna say the same.
Because social media is, for me, it's a distraction for me at work.
That
You
is
know,
a fact.
when I need like a
Yeah.
woosah moment, you know,
Especially in your field, like
Yeah,
I get
like,
that.
It's for entertainment
Listen, I
also.
work I'm collaborated with CPS,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Preventive Services.
Right.
That sounds intense.
So yes, so I
Anything
see,
with abbreviations is hard
Right.
shit.
All them little letters.
listen,
Nah.
I see a lot of shit in that place, and I just started there because
Yeah.
I just recently left case management. So
But even that's intense.
that's it. Yes, that's wasted.
Listen, I got a whole
worse than what I'm
podcast on
doing now.
on case management, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now.
We'll talk about that
Another time, right?
Yeah, but
I'm gonna talk about it right now.
No, but really though, like I need that laugh, so I have to go on my phone.
Nah, I get that.
Periodically at work.
That makes sense
Yeah,
though.
for
you
sure.
know, just to get me back in that mode. Whereas
Yeah.
I'm not.
Taking tone
Um,
too much.
Exactly.
Yeah, because then I go into a depression state. Like I'm sitting there like thinking about sad shit or stuff that's not going right for me at
Right.
the moment. You know, so I dig
Yeah,
that.
that makes sense.
You said case management. That's what I do right now. So, so it's just like I need social media because staring at a computer all day, reading all these notes and paragraphs about how fucked up people are to each other or how fucked up their lives are.
Oh, like I couldn't even imagine.
I'm just sitting there like, all right, what's going on Instagram?
Right, I need a laugh.
I can't do this. Like I had a situation where something happened where a client had to like leave his apartment because people on the block thought he stabbed somebody. It was a whole crazy situation or whatever. I'm just like, yeah, what's going on? Like,
Yeah,
I can't today. So it's just like it's a good distraction, but at the same time, I don't need it on a day-to-day basis, or it's just like I need to be on my phone to see what's going on. I'll be all right. I got 2K. I got my PS5. I got Netflix. I
felt
don't.
that.
I felt Netflix.
Yeah, I
About no
don't.
2K.
I don't need all that. Like, and sometimes it's good just to like have other like people not showing off what they got going on so damn much. Like it's fine.
Nah, I get that.
Yeah.
I would say for me, my fault.
But
My fault.
you know, especially with social media, you like to flex.
Yeah.
You know?
Big flex.
Definitely.
That's a different lifestyle. Whereas like you're taught certain things, and those things you're taught is only gonna lead you to wanting to flex on social media.
Agreed.
So how do y'all feel about flexing on social media?
It's not worth it.
My whole thing, like, if you got it, bro, do your thing. Like,
Right.
when it's fake flexing, it's like you doing all this literally for likes. Like, you going out your way for likes, and it's sad. But if you got it, do your thing. Like,
That's
I ain't no hater, like I said.
That's what I'm saying.
You do it. You
But
know?
don't do it because you see someone else doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I
be
was-
true to yourself.
Yeah,
like,
if I was to buy a Lambo tomorrow, y'all wouldn't know. I'm not gonna flex it. Like why?
That's just
why
not your
would you?
personality?
Like, it's just like
That's my personality.
and
though.
you feel me?
If you see me with it. But I'm not gonna be on social. Yo, I just copped. I'm like, nah. I'm
Nah, because now niggas looking for you. Feel me?
Yeah, I don't need nobody looking.
it's
at
just
me.
that's
It's like you
that's
at a
stirring up
place
some
where-
unnecessary shit. Like,
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So like shit like that happens all the time. You like out doing your thing. I'm gonna post the location, the time I'm over here, and like niggas are gonna come looking for you. And it's like you can't be mad because you publicizing where you at. And it's
That's
just-
true.
Yeah, so it's just like how you mad.
You know what's crazy? They said that's part of the reason Pop got caught up.
I didn't want to say it, but that's exactly what
That's,
happened.
that's exactly, you feel me, posting what he
Unfortunately,
got, put houses in the background, like,
Yeah,
it's like you low, but you not low. You feel
You
me?
got the address on.
That's
Thank
what I'm
you.
saying. And it's
Like,
unfortunate. Like,
flexing guys
'cause
fucked up.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
like
much.
it comes from a good place because like where he came from to like
get
where
why.
he was. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm at. This is how I'm living.
Like, I worked hard for that.
respect it. But people always fucking hating at the end
Always.
of the day. So they know where you at. They know where you staying at. They're like, all right, let's go
That's
see what's up.
badass.
And that's unfortunate.
It
happens.
was.
That's like I could go like 2-3 days without posting something,
Mm-hmm.
and then the moment that I post something, views.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like,
Because they waiting for that.
That's what I'm
They were
saying.
looking like, yo, what
yeah, like
happened? Like,
what are
That's
you
what I'm
looking
saying.
for that's not there? Because I'm not gonna put it out there. You know what I'm
That's what I'm
saying?
saying.
I'm gonna give y'all what I want to give y'all.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
That's what I feel like the social media should be. Whatever I want you guys to see it.
That's what I'm saying.
Have a lot of likes, okay, but I want you guys to see it.
That's what I'm saying. That's a self-expression of me or how I'm feeling in that moment. This is what's going on. Now, if I fuck up and throw you some shit that you didn't expect, hey, shit happens.
This is where we are.
Yeah, like this is what's
Whatever.
going on.
And if you feel some type of way of what I post, that's on you.
That's
You
entirely.
you can inbox me. Like that's fine.
You
Like
can
I
chop
don't
it up, unfollow me.
I don't like the fake. Like this nigga posted this and like he ain't shit. I'm like me.
Bro, like, you mad at me? You can just say that,
know.
right? You can just
let
say
me
that.
know. Like I don't like the fake shit. I don't like
The
whole,
subbing.
Like, sub. Why you subbing me? Like I know it's
I
about me.
sub.
You sub?
I sub.
Why you sub?
I sub to be petty.
I like being petty though.
You know what I'm saying? I don't throw subs just to start shit up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if I see something that you post and I know it's directed to me, I'm going to post something that's even funnier to me, and you're going to get mad.
See, that's
Okay.
different though. That's
You know,
fine.
I
That's
get
fine.
that.
Straight
Yeah.
complete silence after that.
Yeah.
After
And then
that,
no more
you'll-
words. Like that's
No
it.
more words
Ain't no
after
more
that.
subs after that.
Yeah, they be
It's
like,
like you
what's-
see, I subbed harder. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. What
that's
happened?
it.
Like-
That's it.
they be waiting on the comeback though. They be like, what? That's it? Like I
Is it
need
all
more.
you got, bro?
I'm like, nah, that's
It
it.
could go either way.
Either or, that's
either
fine
way.
for me.
I don't know. Me, I don't even acknowledge subs. We're grown. Link me. Like, I'm not even about to play with you. Because I'll see and I know it's about me. I'm going to go by my married day. Because if you really felt that, you would link my phone. Like,
That's all.
especially
I'm saying.
somebody like I have a relationship with. It's like, come on. We better than that.
That'd be the worst.
We're
type of
better
people,
than
though. Like,
that.
you got my number. You could call me.
We doing
You
all
could
this for
text
like
me.
your 300 followers? Come on.
Yeah,
you
you
know we
don't-
better than that.
You don't gotta be extra like that. I ain't popping like that now. Like,
Like, come on.
I mean,
it's all for show.
yeah.
It's just me.
Hope
Just
you
hit
end
me
up on World Star or some shit like
Exactly. exactly.
that. All right, so
Theatrics.
it's all theatrics.
Very theatrical.
Everybody's an actor or
Everyone.
actress nowadays,
Everyone has
But,
a facade going.
for sure. Some of them are pretty good though. I ain't, gonna
I ain't
front.
mad at them.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna end it on this note. Social media is great. It's awesome. Also has a lot of negatives to it. So, if you could describe social media in either one word or one phrase, what would you use? Yeah, I see that.
Damn. Because that's
Control.
hard.
Controlling. Why?
I mean, they could really have a tool on the younger generation, you know, on what they show, what they view, and it might be able to come with something even more better or more worse.
I feel that. I would say it's what you make it. Like literally. Because
Yeah.
like for me, like if we had a blackout, I'd be stressed because I have my business. So it's like I
Facts.
can't promote, I can't, you feel me, like get to my audience. How do I make bread? You feel me? Like I have a job, don't think I don't.
Yeah.
But it's like how do I progress business wise? So it's
Facts.
really what you make it because people are on there for like different reasons. Like younger kids on there just for like entertainment. People are on there for business.
Facts.
And so it's really like literally it's what you make it. I think that's the best thing for me.
Right.
I feel like it's a distraction in a variety of ways, right? I think it's a distraction when you're trying to get certain important tasks done.
Mm-hmm.
You could be driving. I mean, I change the song. If I have to answer a text message, I'll hit Siri to do it. You understand? So, but the thing is that you see other people with their phones in their hands. And I'm always constantly arguing with people on the road because they be like this. It's a distraction for kids. You know, when they could be doing other things like what we were doing when we was growing up. Because I damn sure wasn't on social media all day.
Sure wasn't. Outside
know.
playing
You know what I'm
tag and
saying?
shit.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
And bowl on the fire escape. Like,
You know?
exactly.
yeah.
So I think that parents nowadays, they have to definitely deter that. They have to mold their children into learning the way we learned as we grew in our upbringing. I think that if you don't want to read a book, read a newspaper. You know what I'm saying? Get in tune with the Sudoku or something like.
I love
Huh.
this Sudoku.
You know, it's stuff like that.
Still don't know
Or
how to
if
play that
you
shit.
don't want to
It's
read
good though. Try.
you don't want to read, go
Yeah.
go do a crossword puzzle.
Right.
Facts. Do a puzzle.
Something educational,
Right.
something to make them be better in the future because our future is them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I
Hope
would
so.
say for you though, it's also a good distraction because like you said, you use it for work, so it could be
Yeah.
a good distraction too.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It
Take
has
it how you
Definitely
take it.
distractions,
Yeah.
but it
And
has
bad.
its good
Yeah.
aspects to it as well.
Take it how you
Social
take
media
it.
has its pros and cons to it.
Everything.
Absolutely.
Like everything does.
For sure.
Make
Facts.
sure y'all watch that documentary that I was telling you about.
Oh yeah, for sure. I gotta
The
watch
Social
that.
Dilemma. It's on Netflix.
So
It's crazy.
the phrase I would use, I'm gonna quote one of my favorite movies. Anybody know Uncle Ben? That's my guy.
Oh God.
With great power comes great responsibility. Social media has a lot of power in today's society. Depending on what you put out, what you allow the public to see, It's and you got to be responsible for that. Like whatever you put out is you. That's your work. That's your stamp. So like whatever you do, just make sure that's what you want the world to see. And if not, you should unlock.
Definitely. Because once it's out there, it's out there.
Yeah, once it's out there, it's
That's
out there.
it.
Like,
That's never going away.
Nah,
you think that you deleted it.
nah, you seen all the sex tapes and deleted tweets and they
Exactly.
still there.
Oh,
You might
yeah.
not see it, but
But they're
somebody
there.
got it.
Somebody gonna archive that.
Somebody
Sure.
definitely did. But yeah, that's a wrap. Appreciate you guys for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, definitely do this again real soon.
For sure, for sure.
Next time I won't be fashion. Man, I'm sorry, y'all.
Nah, you good.